Hi, welcome to Sunday Stretch. My name is Lauren. We will this afternoon open up the backs of our legs, our hamstrings, and then we'll work on stability, so balance. Stability and mobility are two of the key elements that the yoga practice really does have to offer. I hear a lot from my students and even in my own practice with stability. This ability to balance, especially on one foot, is so critical. But oftentimes, it's the opening of the backs of our legs that allow the strength through the bottoms of our feet. So we can start to spread our toes wide and really engage the bottoms of our feet once we open up the backs of our legs. So we'll start in tabletop. Stack your shoulders and your wrists. And stack your hips and your knees. And just to warm up your spine, begin to take a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly and lift your chin, reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine. Really scoop your belly, draw your belly button back towards your spine. A few times do this. Breathe in and out. Inhale and exhale. And then find your way to a neutral spine. Bring your hands just slightly forward. And then tuck your toes and lift your hips and make your way into downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, you want to make sure your feet, they're hip width distance apart and your hands are shoulder width distance. Really spread your fingers wide down onto the earth so you can root down through the palms of your hands. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, don't be afraid to bend your knees, lift your heels up off of the earth, and then breathe into the back side of your body as you ground down a lot through your hands. A few breaths here, just as you did in tabletop. Full breath in, and long breath out. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Now you can always help your foot forward with your right hand. Now plant your left hand down onto the earth and sweep your right arm up towards the sky. So just take an easy twist. Now as you do this, you still want to gently draw your right hip back in line with your left, and then make sure that your back leg is super engaged. So lots of energy out through your back heel. Be sure not to dump into your left side, so you want to be light on your left hand here. Maybe even come up onto the fingertips to challenge yourself. And you really open up through your heart. Spread your fingers wide, engage your arm. Full breath in. And as you breathe out, plant your left hand down onto the earth. Now inhale, reach your heart forward, bend a little bit deeper into your front knee. And as you exhale, make your way into pyramid. So step your back foot in. It will be on a nice diagonal. Start to straighten your front leg. Again, your right hip still gently draws back in line with your left so that your hips square forward. Now come up onto tented fingertips as you breathe in, nice flat spine. And then as you breathe out, you can gently fold over your right knee. Keep a nice micro bend in your right knee. Don't lock it out. This allows the ability for your hamstrings, the back of your right leg, to stretch here. And you can do that a few times. As you inhale, find length through your spine. And as you exhale, you fold. Breathe in and out. Last time. Now inhale to a flat spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift your back heel up off of the earth. Bend deeper into your front knee. And then step to the front of your mat. So a little lift to the back of your foot as you step. Now inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Bring your hands onto your hips, slight bend to your knees, hinge from your hips and come all the way up to stand. We'll find tree on the right. Ground down a lot through your right foot. and start to lift your left foot up off of the earth. So you have lots of options in tree. You can just place your left foot right to the inside of your right calf. Or if you really want to challenge yourself, you can bring your left foot all the way up to the inside of your right thigh. But you want to avoid your right knee. Don't place your left foot on your right knee. Protect your joints. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Now you can stay right here. You want to steady your gaze, steady your breath, ground down through your right foot a lot. If you wish, you can grow your tree, extend your arms up overhead. If you want to lift your gaze, you can do that too. Don't be afraid to fall. If you fall, you find your way right back in. And then you bring your hands together at your heart center, place your left foot back down onto the earth. And then inhale, you reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, slight bend to your knees as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Plant your hands, make your way right back to downward facing dog. Full breath in, and long breath out. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lunge, step your left foot forward. Plant your right hand down onto the earth and start to lift your left arm up towards the sky. Stack your shoulders, spread your left fingers wide. Lots of length through your spine. Make sure your back leg is super engaged. Reach energy out through your back heel. And again, remember, little to no weight in your hand that's rooted down onto the earth. So maybe you challenge yourself, come up onto fingertips. Full breath in. And as you take your long breath out, plant your left hand down onto the earth. Now inhale, broaden through your collarbone, reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, make your way into pyramid. Step your back foot in. It's on a nice diagonal. Gently draw your left hip back in line with your right. Inhale, halfway lift, nice length through your spine. And as you exhale, you gently fold over your left knee. Now remember, nice bend to your left knee. So that way you get a nice stretch to the back of your left leg. Hopefully you feel this. Continue to draw your left hip back in line with your right. It deepens the stretch. And do that a few times. Inhale. And exhale. And breathe in. And out. On your next inhale, bend into your front knee. Lift your back heel up off of the earth. Broaden through your collarbone. Reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, little lift of your back foot. Find a little bit of balance on that left foot. And then step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands onto your hips. Hinge from your hips and come all the way up to stand. Now it's tree on the left. So you ground down through your left foot and start to kickstand your right foot out to the side. And again, anywhere along your left leg, so long as you don't land on your left knee. You can bring your hands together at your heart center here. And then you choose. Stay exactly where you are or grow your tree. Feel your left foot really ground down onto the earth. See if you can really loosen through your toes. Spread your toes wide. Maybe you bring a little bit more weight into your heels and into your toes. This will help. And then you want to find this inward, upward energy. So that way your right foot really presses into your left leg. And your left leg, it presses right back so that you can grow tall as a tree. You bring your hands together at your heart center and place your right foot back down onto the earth. Find mountain for 2 breaths. Drop your arms down by your side. Let your palms face forward. Close your eyes. Just 2 breaths here. And then inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, slight bend to your knees as you forward fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your way back to downward facing dog. And so you can take a few rounds of this, pyramid to tree, pyramid to tree. And hopefully after you've done it a few times, a few rounds, you feel open through the backs of your legs so that your hamstrings, they begin to open up. And as your hamstrings begin to open up, you find that your stability and your balance, your stability in your tree, it begins to grow. So that way you really can reach upward energy out through your body as you ground down closer into the earth. Thank you so much for joining me this Sunday.